So, anybody have anything that they want to start with, or
How about you, Yasmin?
she's thinking, so I already know. She's like, hmm.
No, I was thinking it today about the self and how it's always in the play of opposites. Like the illusionary self is always like, I hate this, I like this is good, this is bad, I accept this, I don't accept this. And like now we're just like, you're just like a hippie or something, you're just like living like this even though you could still judge things, but they're not heavy, you
Right.
know? So it's like a hippie lifestyle. Like you're like kind of like, I feel like I'm a hippie smoking some weed or something, like just kind of chill. So I was just thinking about that before our call. So
Well, it's
yeah.
funny that you were thinking about that because today while driving around, I was in that mode too. I was like, it's so funny, and I don't know how it apparently happened, but after binge watching a lot of the non-dual speakers and stuff, all of a sudden it's like all the attachments that I held on to, they just kind of went. They're gone. They're just not there. Like even if I wanted to have an attachment to something, I couldn't fucking feel it. Like I tried to there were times where I tried to say a mantra or an affirmation, and I did it, but it just didn't, it was just, it was like, this is like, there's no attachment to anything. Like, even if I wanted to do anything, it's just, there's no motivation. Like I didn't have the motivation. Like before I would have this motivation to constantly say a mantra all fucking day. Every time I would have like a really downy like type of thought that would come to surface, I'd immediately go to a mantra. I can't even do that. Like there's no motivation at all to do anything. Like it is what it is. And I don't know. It's like there's just no attachments to anything anymore. It's just gone. And there's no explanation to why it happened the way it did. I mean, I could say it was because I was watching non-dual speakers, because I noticed after watching them, that's when it all kind of fell off.
Have you noticed too, like, because I'll notice that maybe I'm feeling down or something, like there's a feeling that I'm don't really like that appears to happen, that's fine. Then I'll think I'll go watch a Jim Newman, or I'll go watch a Kenneth or Tim, and then I'll put it on and I'm not even hearing it anymore. I'm like, it's not even like, and it's not them, it's just it's like you said, everything's kind of because there's no one seeking anymore. So it's like, I think that's, I as maybe a habit would do that because of the seeking energy, and it would make me feel better, but there's no one to feel better. So it's just kind of like, man, like I catch myself trying to listen and I just can't. It's like squirrel. And it's like there, it's just because who's looking for the message anymore? No one's there. It's just what's happening. I mean, sometimes I'll listen and something will resonate, and I'll be like, yeah, yeah, like, because it resonates, right? But yeah, I think that there's still occasionally a looking for something, you know what I mean, when I'm trying to get that pacifier, you know, but it's just gone. It's so empty now that it's empty. There's just nothing to get from anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it sucks because you're like, but I want something, but there's no one there to want it. So there's like, it's just this feeling of this baseline of neutrality, just like it's like, okay, it's fine, it's not bad, it's not a bad thing.
It's weird. It's like last month I really wanted to go shopping and I couldn't go shopping. And I was like, I want to buy something and feel that feeling of like that whatever it is, it is. And I couldn't do it. And then, 3 weeks later, I went shopping. I didn't get that feeling, but I bought what was necessary and I was happy about it. But it, to get that feeling, or to get that, like that satisfaction, I guess the person has, the character has, or tuning in to listen to make yourself feel better, or to say a mantra to make, all of that is just blah. Like, it's just a blank blah. There's nothing there. I mean, what it really is, nothing, because there's no more person here trying to feel better, trying to get anything, trying to whatever. I mean, the person does a lot, and yeah, that's all gone.
It's like
We're gone.
It's like you flatline. It's like you flatline. Like you. It's so funny because I was thinking too in the car today. That's the reason why I like DoorDash, because I do think I'm in the car and that's when I get all like, I get to thinking and stuff like that. But I was thinking about the whole twin flame thing too. Like, I ain't brought it up to you guys, but it's like, I've been seeing a lot of 1111s and his name a lot, and all the things that come with it. It's like an order almost. Now, any other time when I would see that, and this is probably why I didn't bring it up, because any other time I would see that, there would be an attachment there to it. I'd be like, oh my God, is he going to call me? What's going to happen? Am I going to hear from him? You know what I mean? I'd be in my feelings really bad, but no, it's more with me. It's just like, I see it and it is what it is for me. Like, I don't get that. I notice it and I see the order that it falls into. And I usually know, like, when it falls into order like that, okay, it's probably going to hear from him. You know what I'm saying? Something's going to happen. Where before I would question it and be like, oh my God, what does this mean? Why am I seeing it? Is he going to call? You know what I mean? You get real anxious and there's these attachments there. There's no attachments anymore at all to that. And I was, in my car, like, God, I don't even, it's like whatever to me anymore.
No, I get that. Like, I went 2 or 3 days. I think I talked to you about that, where I didn't see any numbers at all.
Yeah.
And there was like a smidgen of fear there. I was like, oh no, I haven't seen 11s or 43s in like one or twice. I'm used to seeing them constantly. So it's like, am I out of tune or something? I started questioning it because I was like, so I'm like, and plus that was that week where I was feeling so blah and down. And I'm like, oh God, the character's coming back. What's happening? I was building, and I caught myself building a story around it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, there's none of that to, whatever. That's not happening, whatever. And sure enough, here we are again, 1111s, 43s all day again today and yesterday. So I'm like, okay. And there's no like, yippee, there was no like celebratory thing. It was just notice that, oh, I'm seeing them again. They're all over the place again. And what you said, Yasmin, I went shopping today, right? I needed some stuff for the house. And I know we've been talking a little bit about manifesting or whatever, or attracting but really, like, I really wanted to get a beachy kind of couch that's a pull out, right? And I didn't want to spend full price because I'm getting end tables and coffee tables and stuff like that. And I have a budget for all that. So I'm like, well, if I can find a couch for $500 or whatever. So they're really close to me. I'm so close to malls and everything here. There was a rooms to go outlet. So I went over there and I picked out a couch, and I wasn't even counting on it being a pullout. I just says I can live without the pullout. I have a blow up mattress, right? Whatever. So I picked out this couch, and it was perfect. It was what I want. It was like what I wanted. It was $444.
Wow.
And he's like, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna, because I laid on it, I'm stretching out, and the customer comes by, he goes, let me adjust that pillow for you. I go, will you please? Because you gotta try it out. So I'm like, I'm saying, yeah, this is really comfortable. And then the sales guy goes, oh yeah, and that's a sleeper. I was like,
oh my God.
and I did one of those stupid things. It's not stupid, but whatever. I was like, thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Like the old. So that happened. And then I went over to Home Goods, and I was looking for like a really cute beachy comforter set with the throws and everything for the room that I'm going to do in Coral. And the last one on sale on the clearance rack at Home Goods was the queen for that bed over there in that room I'm doing Coral, with all the beachy colors with coral in it. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
so I'm like, I manifested that. I attracted that. But it was cool, you know, but there wasn't this big excitement about it either. Like, it was just like, noticed, cool. That's how cool is that? Like, it just fell into my, it was neat,
You
but
know,
there was no excitement.
I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I know privately we've been messaging each other about this, man. Like everything we think about kind of shows up, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it. I was driving and I was like, of course it shows up. There's nobody in the way. There's no, because when you guys talked about that, I was like, me too. You know, I'll think about something, it'll happen. I'll think about someone, you know, it will all kind of just tick, 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 you know, like it just happens, right? And I was like, there's nobody here saying, no, I'm not worthy. No, I'm not going to find it. No, um, how dare you believe that you're going to receive whatever. There's nobody here anymore with the dialogue. So that's why the manifestations are happening, like, because it just is. Everything just is. You guys kind of get me? Like, that's what I
That
was
makes
thinking.
sense.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nobody here to block it. No.
I agree with that.
But you know what? It always has. I just think that we believed that it was the universe that was doing it. But
Yeah.
now there is nothing that's doing it. It's just
It's
appearing
just happening.
Yeah, it's just appearing to happen now. There's nothing doing it.
And there was
Where
like
before
this,
we believed there was something like manifesting it, like God or universe. But
I
now we
still
don't
say
have.
it though. I'm guilty of it. I still say, thank you, universe.
I say it too. I say thank you is what I do. I go,
Yeah.
thank you more, please. And you know,
Yeah.
the more I say that, the more it happens. I go, thank you more, please. Thank you more. And now I'll still, and it would just kind of triple times. It's weird. And I was telling
wow.
Yasmin that when me and her first started like really talking, I would tell her that. I was like, every time I say thank you more, please, it comes and folds like bigger than what it's crazy. But I wanted to, there was some I wanted to bring up, and this is totally off subject, but you know, man, guys, I've been on that dating app. And it's been pissing me off because it's like I get these motherfuckers on there and it's like the same shit, man. And I don't know if other people experience this that are watching, like if they're on the apps, but when I go on there, it's like, and I know Yasmin, you've already been there, done that, but they'll come on and they'll be like, hey, how you doing? And then I'll go, hey, how you doing? I said, and then